In this video, we will be talking about Stormtrooper from our Star Wars inspired project. We call them Hulubalang Empayar. The English translation will be Empire's Soldiers. We always look at the identity of the character when designing. In this case, it will be white and evil. But there is no white and evil figure in traditional Wayang Kulit. Well, there is one called Hanuman, white monkey, but this character is white but is not evil. So we decide to search for elements outside the traditional puppet. After a while, we found something which is suitable. It is white and evil. A skeleton. A skeleton is white and strongly associated with evil. Although each of us will have a set inside our body, but many still afraid of it. Here is the full view of the puppet. So the idea is to have a skeleton wearing armor pieces as soldiers. It is about 2 feet tall and is made of a type of a plastic called PP or polypropylene. The reason we choose this material is very simple. We want a white color puppet. For your information, traditionally we use cowhide to make the puppet, and cowhide is yellowish, not white. When we want to make the puppet using PP, our master puppeteer was actually having a debate with us. He was questioning how visible is a white color puppet on a white screen. Well, this got me worried a bit actually, but we decided to just try make one and see. So when it was finished, we quickly placed the puppet on the actual screen and see how is it. And yes, it is visible, because there are actually many different shades of white color itself. Some are darker, some lighter, some are more warm, and some are more cool. Because of that, the white screen and the puppet is on different shade, so it's visible. It was a big relief for us. In other way, we actually introduced white color into the Malaysian Wayang Kulit. Let's look at the head first. On the left is the reference of the actual helmet. We want to use the idea of skeleton, so the head should look like a skull. We put in a lot of effort trying to make the helmet look like a skull, and at the end, we got it. As you can see from the sketches on the right, we draw it based on the skull of an ape with the extruded jaw section. And you can see the tooth is actually formed as a zigzag lining. Next is the body. Look at the neck, waist and the arm area. There's actually nothing but bones, especially the rib cage. So this is how we express the idea of the skeleton soldiers properly. Many years after we created the puppet, we found out from one of Doug Chan's interview where he said that George Lucas mentioned to him before that at the beginning he actually used skeleton as a reference for the design of Stormtrooper. What a coincidence! Moving lower, you can see him holding a blaster, which is the E11 blaster rifle used by Stormtrooper. You can see that we added some Malay element on the top of the blaster, and the bottom front is actually rib cage. So even the blaster are made of bone. Attention to detail is a must. If you are a big Star Wars fan, you should know that Stormtrooper's knee section are not symmetrical. I believe it was designed for the better kneeing position. Anyway, we apply this onto our design too. The bottom section is called tanah or ground in English. This ground section was meant to connect both of the legs together so that it will not be flapping around during performance. If it does, it will increase the chance of getting tangled with another puppet, which will cause trouble to the performance. There are few types of ground in Malaysian Wayang Kulit. Number 1, main character will be standing on the dragon or creature. it is meant to show the status of the character. Number 2, secondary character will just be standing on a piece of normal ground. For this case, we got the idea of replacing it with a dark stormy cloud. It's because many people misunderstood that the name of Stormtrooper as a soldier of storm dark cloud, but the actual meaning of Stormtrooper was soldiers who is well trained for carry out a certain attack. They storm into enemy bases. Anyway, since dark stormy cloud has been associated with Stormtrooper, we might as well just apply it onto the puppet. It looks cool too. Thank you for watching. If you like our video, please subscribe to our channel. Terima kasih.